Hi ho, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and drivers with a half a mile of empty highway in front of them and 12 cars behind them. Just a little note, if you are that driver, you are the a-hole.
Hi ho, hi ho.
Now, speaking of a-holes, if you have made it to adulthood and you have not figured out how commerce works, when you step up to the counter at Walmart, at the convenience store, at any place where there's a cash register, and you put an item up there that you would like to take home, that you would like to purchase, they are going to ask you for some kind of legal tender. Now, I don't know if this is the first time you've ever bought anything. Let me explain to you how it works. You set it up there, and in doing so, your gesture implies, I would like to purchase this. They, in turn, will communicate either verbally or non-verbally, to purchase this item, you must give us this amount of money. That seems pretty easy. You know why? Because it happens every time. When you get up to the counter with your soda, with your, donut, whatever, don't be surprised when they ask you for money. Prepare for it. Have the money available. Don't suddenly decide, money? Oh, I keep that in my purse. Allow me to get it. Get the money before you get up there. Jeez. Had a bizarre little glitch there. Alright. So I am drinking my white chocolate caramel cappuccino. I don't know how I became this person. First of all, this white chocolate caramel cappuccino I got from a gas station. Okay? I really don't know how I became that person. Let me explain my relationship with coffee. I have worked a lot of night shifts over the years. I have worked nights for many, many years. I drove truck cross country for many, many years, where coffee would have been a huge benefit. Allow me to try this. I haven't had a sip yet. Boiling hot liquid candy. Okay, so I've worked all these night shifts, and boy, I tried to drink coffee. I never could. I have a brother-in-law that drinks about 4 pots a day. Wonders why he can't sleep at night. But like I said, I tried to drink coffee. I did everything I could. I put sugar in it. I put cream in it. I tried watering it down to the point that it was more, it was just clear. I couldn't do it. I had decided that the person that invented coffee was thirstier than I had ever been. I came to an idea that they had just fields and fields of coffee beans, and they tried everything they could to use it. They tried frying it, baking it, boiling it. It sucked. Finally, they're like, well, let's just drink the broth. Ain't good enough. But I just couldn't do it. And my wife's a big coffee drinker. So a couple of years ago, I said, you know what? I am a grown man. I cannot let this beat me. So I actually went out and bought one of those Keurig single pod coffee makers. I said, I'm going to try every different coffee I can until I find something I can tolerate. And I did. I went out and bought some fancy flavors. And by fancy, I mean, just, it was pumpkin spice time. It was, they have the donut shop coffees, just different ones. And I tried those. And yeah, they had a little bit of flavor and they were kind of interesting, but it was still coffee. So I'm like, I got to step it up. I went to the flavored creamers. See, wife and brother-in-law, they both have the powdered creamers they like. And weirdly enough, if it's a name brand powdered creamer, they don't like it. It's always like that off-brand, store brand, the cheapest one they make. They like that. Okay. And I tried that, and I'm like, yeah, that wasn't very good. So I started getting the liquid ones. Actually, I think I started with the powdered flavors. The French vanilla, the Italian cream, which is really good, by the way. So I started doing that until I found a combination that I liked, and I started trying different combinations and got a little bit more used to it now. I'm not one of these people that wake up out of bed or don't talk to me until I've had my cup of coffee. But I get that it's a nice little pick-me-up as you drive along on this journey. Now this white chocolate caramel cappuccino out of a machine. Of course, I guess they're all out of a machine. It ain't like I got some guy sitting there grinding beans, but it ain't bad. It ain't right home special, but it ain't bad. Okay. Yesterday was day 3. Yeah. I am tired of shaking people's hands. I have met way too many people. Yesterday I met representatives from outside companies. I met the main administrator for the company. I met a guy from an outside, CEO of an outside company. You name it. Had to go deal with IT yesterday, and I worked for years in the information technology. I did computer engineering. I actually built. I worked in a place where we repaired computers for a while. I managed the IT department of a petroleum company. So I know what it takes. This is a small business. Relatively small. They had one IT guy. He is every stereotype that you put on IT. You think of every time okay, if you've ever seen the British show IT Crowd, which if you haven't, oh my God, you need to. It's hilarious. He's like the guy Moss. Social, awkward, dresses, pants too short, trying to be business, but really you could tell his mommy dressed him like the first day of school. But, this guy is every negative stereotype about IT. That's him. Seemed like a nice guy, but turns out he doesn't even have a degree. He literally's like, I'm talking to him, he's like, yeah, next week I graduate and I'll be moving to the central office, and okay, dude, I ain't sure. I guess he's like interning. I don't know what the deal is, but had to deal with him, which is still better than the last place I was at. The IT guy was kind of knowledgeable. He knew his networking pretty good, but individual computers, he would honestly call me. But this guy, like I said, he was a nice kid, but he definitely picked the right field because his people skills, social skills were lacking. You see, so I met, like I said, met the administrator. Had to deal with IT. Had to go. These people are fond of meetings. I have one this morning in about an hour and a half. I have one in 3 hours. I got two different ones confirmed for Monday. I've never been in the boardroom, let's exchange emails type meetings as much as this one. But better than digging ditches. I mean, I was thinking say better than being outside in the cold, but actually it ain't horrible this morning. Although this coffee may be helping. And I just spilled it on myself. That'll learn me. So, watched an interesting thing this morning. First of all, I got up. My wife was already up this morning. She's got an appointment. So she was actually up. Usually I'm by myself. But I watched a deal on Fox News. He was on. This guy came on. And apparently a town, and I'm trying to remember. No, I guess in a village in, I believe, Ohio. The village board council or whatever imposed a 1%. The way they said it was 1% income tax. I don't think it was sales tax. I believe it was income tax. First of all, this village was about 5,000 people, he said, which is pretty good size village. But they imposed a 1% tax. And the way it was kind of presented, it wasn't voted on. It was just kind of imposed. And letters were sent out to residents just informing them, hey, there's now a tax. I don't know. I have no idea how they collected or anything else. But anyway, they had so the people of the village started a petition. And according to the charter, they had to have 30% of the village to sign it before it had to be basically addressed, I guess. But they got that, and before they could present it during working hours, the council quickly got together and changed the bylaws that it had to be 40% and a certain percentage of the board members. Well, somehow they actually managed to pull it off, and what they did was they didn't remove the tax. They dissolved the charter for the village, so it was no longer a legal entity, which meant they couldn't do things. I guess they were no longer incorporated. I don't know, it's Fox News. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention. But anyway, and the guy here on Fox News being interviewed and is very proud of himself. And now I will say the interviewer, weirdly enough, usually they come on there and the interviewers on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, all of them, they have an agenda, make no mistake. I mean, and when they bring somebody on, they know that guest's opinion, and those interviewers are either against them or for them, and it's obvious. But all of these news places are the same. So this guy, he started out kind of encouraging, hey, y'all, the people got together and did what, these people put this tax on you. So he seemed like he was kind of encouraging the guy, supporting him. Hey, what y'all did what you had to do type thing. But then, it ended was, okay, once you dissolve the town, that means there was no more fire or police. What's going to be done about that? You've eliminated the emergency services for the members of this village. And the guy that was so proud of what he did was just sputtering. We're wedged in between a couple of other towns that were, just incredibly flustered. And it was obvious, they did this without really thinking about the ramifications of it. Which, and I kind of get, it literally is, they got taxed without getting a say on it, but It was the most interesting part was, again, watching an actual newscaster asking questions both ways, for and against. Really, that's unheard of anymore. Everybody has their own political agenda. I know that has nothing to do with anything. It's just what I watched this morning and it struck my fancy. It was just kind of interesting to see. So, wife texted me yesterday. They had a Black Friday sale, and she bought a microwave for her brother. His microwave died. They had a really good deal on one, so she bought it online, had it shipped to the house, and she already got it wrapped up and everything. Well, my brother-in-law goes to town. The microwave is still on sale. It wasn't just Black Friday, you know, it's just basically on sale. Buys the exact same microwave. Now she's, I don't know what to get him. I don't know if we can take this back. We bought it online. What do I do? First of all, it's a microwave. It was a really good deal. Keep that sucker. I thought it was kind of funny. Like I said, she just flipped out. Oh, let's see. Anything else going on? Now, this has been a pretty decent day yesterday. Yeah. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll do it again.
Hey, Peter Parker.